We are going to work on our force and motion lab today. Each group is going to have a matchbox car, a styrofoam board, which is your ramp, and you have 5 options for textbooks. If you look at your paper, your goal is to make a ramp that will make the car go as far as possible with what you have. You have to make a total of 2 ramps. So are you going to want to put all the books the first ramp?
No.
Mason?
No.
Why? Go ahead.
Because then you're going to be out of books.
You're not going to be able to make it higher if you think that that's going to be what makes the car go further. You do not want to use all the books the first time. You're going to want to be able to get higher or lower after your first try based on how far your car went. So you'll stack the books. You have your books. I have them up here. This is going to be group 1s. You're going to use the yellow side of your styrofoam board. It's going to go down the ramp just like that. You have your car. It will start at the top. Look at your box, and then we'll come back to prediction. Look at the boxes. It says height of ramp. This is in centimeters. You all have a meter stick. You're measuring from the floor to the top of the book. That's how high your ramp is, okay? You'll write it down, write cm after it for centimeters. When your car goes, it is from the end of the ramp to where the car stops is how far you're measuring. I don't think it's going to be more than a meter stick, but if it is, just have somebody keep their finger at the end and then go to the next, okay? Make sense so far? All right, let's jump back up to number 1. While you're sitting at your seat, I want you to make a prediction of what's going to happen. If the ramp's higher, is something going to happen, or if the ramp's lower, is something going to happen? You have to make a prediction and then take it to your group. So do it right now. Number 1. Make a prediction of what will happen as you change the height of the ramp. What's going to happen to the car? Is it going to go faster? Is it going to go further? Is it going to do both? I don't want to know your answer. I just want you to write it down.
Do you do it as a group? Or
No, right now you're writing your prediction, then you're going to tell your group your prediction. And tell your group your prediction. Everybody has the same size car. So nobody's car should be different. It's not going to be heavier. It's not going to be lighter. So right now you're just predicting if it's going to go further, if it's going to go faster, what's going to happen as you change the height. I'll give you about 1 more minute, and then you're going to talk in your groups about your prediction. Faster or further? Or will it be shorter if you make it higher or if you make it lower? Just depends on how you're talking about it. Yes, Marcus. Is friction going to slow it down or maybe go faster? You tell me. You tell me. What does friction do? We're going to find out, aren't we? We talked about it. So now we're going to find out what happens. Okay? All right, in your groups, I want you to take a minute and talk about your predictions. See if they're the same. See if they're different. Luke and Lucas, go ahead and come over Make sure everybody has a chance to share. Okay, one person from your group, give me a thumbs up once you're ready. Once you've decided your talked about your predictions together. Want a thumbs up? Okay, orange you're good, green good, blue good. You good, purple? Alright, you are now going to go to your group. When you get there, listen, I'll tell you where to go. Trial 1, make sure you record the height of your ramp first, then do it, record how far. Once you've done trial 1, you need to decide, what am I going to do to trial 2 to change it to make it go further. Write down in number 3 what you're going to do. Then do trial 2. Once you are done with trial 2, I want you to stack everything back up where it is, go back to your tables, and flip it over to answer 4 and 5. We are going to answer 4 and 5 together, but I want you to talk in your groups, and then we'll talk about it. Group 1, our blue table is up here. Green table here. Purple and orange back there. Purple by the computer, orange back there.
Purple and orange back here.
Move quietly. Green, Aiden, you're right here.
Whoa.
Back there.
I think we should have
Make sure everybody gets a chance. That's why we don't use them. It's fine. Just keep it together. That's why we're not using them. Marcus, calm down. Now your ramp needs to end on the floor. You don't want to block the end, guys, because you're seeing how far the car can go. Guys, you don't want to block the end. You want to see how far the car can go. It's not going to go anywhere right now.
Okay, go. In 3. Wait, we need a meter. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, calm down. You didn't need to.
Wait a minute.
Turn your ramp, turn your car.
It's 9 seconds.
They should have this area. You guys should be coming this way. You guys should be coming this way down that middle.
Is everyone not?
Wesley, don't yell.
We should do that. Just test this out.
Measure it. Measure the distance. From the end, Wesley. You're supposed to test it. 1, 2. Okay, but you're going to stop your car right now when it hits the bottom. The ramp has to be touching the floor. That's what I just said the last time I was here. Your ramp has to be touching the floor.
That's much better.
Make sure you're helping.
Now we'll measure the height. No, I want to measure the
Okay. Measure it. Ready, don't walk that car.
Should we make it go forward,
Until you're done
complete,
measuring. Guys,
or
next time move your
make
ramp so it
it
faces that way.
go anywhere?
About 24.
You guys measure the height of your book and how far it went?
First try was like 22.
Did we measure the height? You guys do the height and how far it went? So everybody has to vote.
Let's test it.
Wait. Move the books away. It'll be like
Yeah, but make sure you write on number 3 first. You guys don't have number 3. You need to write what you're going to change. Leslie, you shouldn't be doing 2 yet. You have to write what you're going to change. Make sure you do number 3 before you do your second test.
Start to be all the way Guys, scoot back as far as you can. Scoot back.
Measure from the end of the ramp.
Alright, I got it. That's so long.
Wait, do they measure where the car went? Like all the way over there? I lost my pencil. He's like, he goes like this. Where's my pencil?
That's fine. Just make sure you, hey, from the end of your ramp. It's their part.
Number 3 before we do 2.
What changes did you make to your second ramp to make the car go through further?
We put 1, 3 more
Right.
books.
No, we put 3 more books. Okay. Wait, no, everybody has to
You
do
gotta answer number 3
that.
before you do your second ramp.
You have to put. Guys, everybody can know. Here, everybody try to ramp this way. That was our first one. Hey, we gotta turn the car. Hey, you guys have to do it. Here,
Hey, Mason, watch your feet.
guys, next, everybody gets to do this.
Wait, what is it?
Everybody gets to do this. Ready? Guys, you don't hear. Guys.
If it hits Mason, you redo it. It's fine.
Everybody gets to do this.
Make sure you answer number 3.
Now, Lucas, you do it.
Marcus, shut the door. They're going out there.
Yeah, I know. Because if you don't,
Marcus, shut the door.
we need Warlord. Guys, hold your finger right
Now tell me what you're going to do. What do you do?
here. That's fine. We already had our first try.
Good job. You answered number
Everybody
3.
gets to do both on one time. Right now,
Make sure you get back to your
Listen, that one. Huh? Ready? Wait, you talk about remote. Yeah. Why you said that? Hold on. Hold on. See, I was down and that was all. Right here. Alright. No, they're good. I'm moving everything on everybody has to be over here. That's crap. Oh, guys, get over here. Did you wait for that?
Triana, be careful.
No, you can't. You have to use the other.
Okay, so you're going to move your ramp. Back by
Never the other one.
Make sure you don't run into the table.
Let me read it. We have to do it.
You have this cap to move it over.
Yes, it does. Go. Lucas, stop putting your hand up.
There you go.
Go.
Good job.
Oh! It was white too. No, it wasn't. I remember it.
further. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Let's just figure it out.
Hey, it's okay if it doesn't go further. That's what we're trying to figure out. What's going to make it go further? What? Alright, everybody up here. It's okay if you're not done. You've at least talked about them. Alright, how many of you were surprised by things that happened with your ramp? How many of your predictions were not right? That's why we make predictions, to just try and figure out one way or the other if we are going to be correct. All right, hands down. Did a higher ramp or a shorter ramp make the car go further? Raise your hand. Higher ramp or a shorter ramp make your car go further? Green table for you guys. Shorter. Orange table.
Higher.
Higher.
Shorter.
Say it.
Yeah,
Amen, shorter.
Purple.
Higher.
Okay. Blue. Shorter. All right. What did you notice about your car? What were some of the things that affected it? Did it always go in a straight line, Grant?
No, because when we had the higher ramp, when the car would be on the ground, it will make a spin move.
The higher move,
And
the
then go
higher
a
ramp
different
kind of
direction.
made it out of control.
Yeah,
It's fun.
Yeah.
Anybody else see something about their car, Leah?
Flipped over.
It flipped over. Was that with your higher ramp?
Uh-huh.
The higher we got, our car kind of got more out of control. Curved. What do you think would have happened? Actually, I'm going to wait on that because I know some of you have this for your next question. All right, what did you learn about the height of your ramp with the force in motion? Sienna.
It's bad with a small car because the small car has more chances of spinning out of control because it doesn't have that much force in it. So when it went down, it got out of control because the hill was too steep.
So you think we need a different car?
Yes.
Did you mention that in your next question?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll get there in a
When it
second.
hit the ground, it just lost control, so that's why it flipped over a lot first.
Gotcha. Different group. Luke,
Wait, for a minute.
number 4.
I think you said it went faster. It went faster when it was higher, but out of control.
So it went faster when it was higher, but it went further when it was shorter
Yeah.
because it was more in control. Marcus.
It's that the higher it is, the more force it has, so that it can spin out of control.
Because that force is uncontrolled, right?
Yes.
All right, how about the next one? If you were to do this again, what questions would you come up with? I know I saw a lot of the same things with this, and it had to do with the car. A lot of the same things. Leah?
Why would the car spin when the ramp is higher?
So what could we have done to that car to see if it wouldn't spin anymore? Some of you guys had this. Luke?
You can test different weights of the
The
car.
different weights. I saw that on a lot of papers.
Yeah, like a bigger car.
Yeah, we got it.
Like
The
a
length
big
of the
size,
ramp?
like this size.
Do you think the ramp's texture had anything to do with what happened to your car?
No, really. I know how you
Was it perfectly flat? Or did it just look perfectly flat? Leah?
It looked perfectly flat, but we had it flat, but when it kind of bent a little bit, so we had to straighten that out, so we flipped it to the other side.
So what's that called when there's some, it's not completely flat, it's not completely smooth. What's that called, Marcus?
a dent.
No, what did you tell me earlier? What's that called when it rubs against something else? It's not perfectly friction. You had friction acting on your car, and that's what made it go out of control or spin as the higher you got. When you were lower, it was more of a flat incline, and that's why it went further. Do you have any questions on your lab, Marcus?
I don't know why no one thinks about power because, well,
That's kind of the same thing as weight, because you'll put power behind it. If you add weight to it, it's going to have more power going down, right?
yeah.
More force and more power. Grant?
Next time we should try to not have it touch the ground and have it touch like the books, and then
Oh, ramp
like,
off.
go-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ramp
Yeah,
off
that
our
would be
cars.
way